Hello, Cherie Hanson here. I wore my shirt today. I'm with Awesome. I wore that bravely out the front door and down the street and to the workout and to the coffee shop. And I thought to myself, it's been 3 or 4 years since I dared to wear that. And it felt good to put it on again. I have been reading The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, mostly to remind myself of different issues or different methodologies that will help me grow, and then secondarily, the people I am coaching, my clients. And so, as I'm sitting on the deck or under the tree taking notes, I'm going to share them with you. It's kind of like pre-digested, condensed tablets of the book. One of the things that we know for sure is that by the age of three, we have already developed an unconscious written life script. And if we know that, we can sit back mindfully and watch what the script is that we have written and that we're going to keep living until we understand it's just a script. Self-esteem is defined as a basic need for effective functioning, survival value. Low self-esteem means handicapped resilience. Now, let me just explain that a little bit. There are some people who go through things and they go through it. They don't sit in it. They don't fall over on their face with their butt in the air and just keep saying, oh my God, I tripped, I'll never walk again. People with resilience have somehow gone in and talked to the 3-year-old and said, look, honey, the stuff you're making up in your mind is not true. You're better than that. You're bigger than that. You're more powerful than that. You're more creative in the way you live than that. The thing that often stops us is the concept of self-esteem as being a braggart, a show-off, somebody who's puffed up like a mating male bird with the feathers out, making some kind of noise in their throat. And that stops us from having self-esteem because we don't dare. Because somebody will think we're that or that. Instead of looking at self-esteem as what it is. It's your ability to MacGyver any situation. Oh, look here. There's an eggshell. I can use that to open that stuck window. So, people with high self-esteem find it easier to get back up. They look at something that has happened and they don't, break out their front teeth, wear sackcloth and ashes, bemoan it. They just come to it with, well, that happened, and now, what do I do? There is no such thing as too much self-esteem. There is the fear we have of being a show-off. And it's, it's like you give away your gifts, your power, your skill. Oh, I can't do that. Because you're so afraid you're going to lose love if you show yourself with your beautiful aura, with your sparkles, with your gifts that have been given you by the universe. We're so afraid that people will target us and envy us and won't love us anymore unless we're broken enough. Am I broken enough for you? Okay. Our motive is not to prove our worth, but to live our possibilities. And I want you to really listen to that. Our motive in life is not to prove our worth to other people. That's called validation. That's like looking outside yourself to make sure that you're all right. When we live our possibilities, it's like a flying squirrel. They're up in the tree. They jump. They spread out their skin and they just soar. And that is what self-esteem is. It's confidence in who we are without worrying that it's going to cost us something to be powerful or gifted. Self-efficacy is the word we're looking for. Do you have self-respect? Are you able to choose a path, to begin a practice, to live another kind of life? Not for somebody else, not because somebody else told you to do it, and it's not for recognition or validation or money or anything else. If we have self-efficacy, have multitudinous choices. As Bashar says, you can live any of your parallel lives. You can go over here or over here or over here. You can just switch over like Tarzan flying through the jungle, grabbing a new vine. This is my life from now on. I will swing on it. Am I getting a lot of flying images today? I think I am. To have high self-esteem is to feel confidently appropriate to your life. Now, I think that's genius. If you're not appropriate for the life you're living, if there's something wrong with you, if you're doing it the wrong way, how can you do it at all? Are you looking for somebody to give you instructions on how to operate your life? Well, good luck with that. You're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to sit in the mud puddle and kick your heels. The searchlight of consciousness is brighter or dimmer depending on our ability to learn something. We can turn up the light, we can see more, we can understand more, we can be calmer, we can be more loving if we have the ability to learn how to do that. It's the same skill as tying flies or doing a macrame owl. It's no more mythical than that. It's something that you build, you learn. Self-abasement is what we engage in. Oh, I'm not very good. Oh, I'm pretty ugly. Oh, my house is crap. And my children look like frogs. So in our culture, we've been taught that self-abasement is the way to become liked because we're not threatening anybody else with our power. Don't worry about me. I can't do a damn thing. Now they'll love me. What standards do you use to judge yourself? What have you surrendered of yourself in order to be loved? That's a big question. What did you give up of your beautiful future, of your strengths, of your skills, so that people will love you? And we need to really sit with the question, what are my deepest needs? And we have to be wise and loving parent, a parent to yourself. What is your deepest need? I'll give that to you. Come on, let's go do it. Now, where do you get the motivation from that? Yes, from self-esteem. People with high self-esteem get more pleasure out of being alive. Hey, that's a pretty good reward, isn't it? Just pleasure, just happiness, just contentment, just radiant joy. Why? For no reason. Just because I'm generating it from my self-esteem. So that's what I'm going to go through today with you from the book. I will be doing more processing the information so I can get it out to you. Self-abasement or self-belief. Those are the two paths. Those are the two paths you can take. And if you start walking the path of self-belief and self-love, you can't even imagine how much better it will be because you've never walked it before. It's not like if you sign up for this, you'll get this. You're opening a door. You're getting to another planet. You're moving to a higher vibration. And just do it with the courage of an adventurous heart. Self-esteem, high self-esteem is something you learn and you teach yourself. Thank you so much for listening to me go on. I feel very strongly about this. I'm wearing my shirt. See, this is what I'm wearing. I'm with Awesome because I've been working on my self-esteem. I didn't go out in the street saying, I'm just a failure shirt, so people would hug me all down the sidewalk. Get a hold of me if you want coaching or a psychic reading. I am available. I am helping people. I have the skills. I have the experience of failing abysmally. So, and I'm very compassionate because I have failed abysmally. I want to remind you to subscribe. Also, thank you so much for watching my videos. And if you share them with somebody who's having difficulties, you might help them as well. I say to you, as I do every time, I really appreciate you. Thank you.